Alrighty everyone, well game number 2 in this best of 5 series finds us on Automaton LE. Spawning here, on the right hand side of the map playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He's currently down, but certainly not out of this series just yet. His name is Goblin. And his opponent spawning on the left hand side of the map playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's currently up in this series and wants to keep it rolling in his favor. His name is Reynor. So guys and girls, game number 1 in this series was one that really involved a substantial amount of cheese on the end of Reynor, who placed a proxy hatchery that was just out of sight for Goblin. Got some spine crawlers in there once the base did, finish being created, and Reynor just had no backup plan, just went in with a bunch of Zerglings, had those spine crawlers there to do a lot of damage, and was able to overwhelm Goblin, who was completely thrown off by that entire sequence. But question is now is, if you're Goblin, what do you do to kind of recover after that, that loss there? I feel that Goblin is he's definitely, this is a guy who's obviously not as well known as Reynor, but he is still a really good StarCraft 2 pro gamer, to say the least. I mean, obviously, if you're on the WCS pro circuit, you're definitely good at StarCraft 2, and there's no debate about that. So, but when you're going up against someone like Reynor, who's this up-and-coming star in the scene, what are you going to do? How are you going to, exactly what is it going to take for you to really kind of get over that really, quick cheese play and kind of move into what you want to do, which is a macro focus game? And we can see that Goblin is going for a very similar build to what he did in game number 1. He's obviously thinking to himself that there's no way that Reynor is going to do more of the same once again, which it does not look like Reynor is doing that. He is going to go for that hatch gas pool opener. I'm wondering if he's going to open up into that third hatchery here shortly. But it does look like Reynor is going to see exactly what's going on. We're going to see Goblin, of course, going for that gateway into the cybernetics core and then into the natural nexus. It does look like Reynor is going to be seeing this here very shortly. Does see it just now. And we are going to have some Zerglings that are going to start moving across the map now. So, I gotta say, it does seem that Goblin was just completely thrown off there, but I would like to see a macro-focused game between these two, because then it's going to show the real skill of that macro as well as the micro, and that's what I'm going to be interested in kind of to keep tabs on here as this game kind of progresses. As we see Reynor going for the metabolic boost upgrade, which of course is a Zergling speed upgrade, and he is going for that third hatchery, so he wants to, instead of getting aggressive and having some cheese, at least in the early stages, he's going to go for, trying to get a little bit of a booming economy here and try to out macro his opponent. Goblin seems to be doing the very kind of what he wanted to do in game number 1, but wasn't really given the time, and that is he is getting that robotics facility, and then he's also going to start the immortal production. We're also going to see a Twilight Council followed up here, and from the looks of it, I don't believe our Zerg player, he has no idea what's going on as of yet. Now, we are going to see Nematized Carapace finishing up in less than 5 seconds, which is the Overlord speed for the Zerg. He is going to be able to see exactly what's going on relatively quickly. We are going to see War Prism is going to be coming out of that robotics facility now. We're also going to see the Warp Gate being researched out of that cybernetics core. So, pretty soon, though, Reynor is going to see exactly what is going on. He sees everything that's going on, at least for the time being, and that's what guys like Reynor, Cyril are so good at, is that scouting information and just getting, putting their units in the right places to figure out what the opponent is doing. Now, we are going to see a Baneling nest that's going to be coming in here shortly. Now, it does look like Goblin is planning on using his War Prism, maybe going for some some drops here. Now, Goblin has no idea about this Baneling nest, at least at this point. Those Banelings are, when we talk about the ZVP matchup, if you're going with Immortals as a Protoss player, I mean, those Immortals can take a lot of hits from the Baneling, so you don't need to be necessarily concerned substantially for the Immortals, and it looks like he's going to continue that, ramping up that production here with the Immortals, and I like the decision a lot. Now, Reynor did see this War Prism is going to be coming. Now, we are going to see a spine crawler that's being constructed. We're also going to see some banelings coming in. Lots of queens, 5 of them to be exact. are going to be also ready for this, as that third hatchery is now down, is being saturated at this point as well. Now here come those Immortals. Now the Immortals are here, and it looks like Goblin is going to be stopped before he even gets started, as we are going to see those Ling Bane compositions so far here in the early stages of the game. More and more units look like they're going to start moving out here for Goblin. Looks like he's got Adepts as well as a Stalker, Sentry, and Immortal. Resonating Glaives is going to be finishing up less than 10 seconds for Goblin, and we're going to start seeing that creep spread is starting to move out. So what I'd like to see Goblin do is go ahead and start trying to kind of put this, keep this creep spread at bay and don't allow it to move out too far, because you of course want to keep your that Zerg opponent on his toes somewhat and not able to do whatever he damn well pleases. Now it does look like we are going to see some of these units are going to start moving in. The Shade's going to be coming in towards that main base, or that main ramp here. It's all going to come down to the positioning, as those Banelings are going to start trying to hit here, as they are going to do that. The surround is going to come in though. It looks like Reynor wants to pounce on this army. He does get the surround on some of these units. This could be huge, as we are going to see a lot of those queens are jumping into the mix here, and they are transfusing one another. One of the Immortals is being left by himself, as we are going to see once again those Adepts are going to try to do as much damage as possible, but the Adepts, most of them are able to flee for their lives, as Reynor looks like he was able to get a lead, and you saw little similarities there from Cyril as he was trying to do the surround, and he's going to try to do it once again. These Zerglings are going to try to follow those Adepts, and here come the transfuses from the Queens. Those Queens are just so good for on the defensive side, and that's what you really want to have. It looks like Reynor is trying to kind of hide his hand, as he wants to try to kind of surround this army once again. The Queens once again are going to try to get into position here, and we are going to see the Zerglings are going to be moving as well all the way around. The surround is coming in. Oh my god, this army is being swallowed alive right now. The Banelings are coming in. The Transfuses are coming. GG is called, and Reynor takes a quick 2-0 lead over his opponent. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Reynor and Goblin, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and I'll see you guys all in game number 3.